Hair's a mess. Eyes are low. And unable to see. Dylan Milano here. So I have 2 more videos left on my list that I have to do. Look at my hair. It's just gonna stay. It's not gonna fix. Apparently, it just needs to. All right, maybe. All right. Nope. Back to. Oh wow, this is terrible. I have bed hair like crazy. Anywho, so this video is Chanel Bird's video. Damn, I just lost one of my earplugs. Fuck. Oh no, I got it. Chanel Bizzard requested this video. She the exact words she requested were "just trying to live" as a topic, and I'm gonna change it a little bit to "living day by day." Why am I gonna change it? Because 1, I fucking don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. 2, this is my channel. So as I'm packing a bowl, I will begin my spiel on just trying to live. Now, just trying to live is broad and not very specific, but every day I'm just trying to live. I, am looking for jobs. I need income. I have SSI, and luckily, because I'm one of those lucky people that doesn't have to worry if I don't have a job, because yay, I have SSI. Now, oh, this camera's being a bitch. It's phone, actually. It's the phone. All right, that's better. I'm lucky I get SSI every month that pays my rent, and I'm not thrown out on the street because I lost my job. And on that note, there's people with master's degrees, doctorate degrees, just college that can't get a job because the economy is so horrible. And, survival in today's day and age, you need to have a job. Unless you sell drugs, then you have a job. That is a job, I guess. But the fact that, you can't find a job and they're laying people off, and these big wig companies, don't give a fuck about the blue collar and don't give a fuck about the poor people or the less fortunate people. They send these jobs off to China because then they don't have to pay the people as much to produce their product. And then the American people are stuck with no jobs, no income, and it's terrible that we live in such a capitalist country. Do not let the American government fool you. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a capitalism. Money gets you what you want in this country, unfortunately. Money and who you know. It's not what you know. It's not how smart you are. It's who you know and where you're from, unfortunately. But, we can't change that. It's going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. I mean, it does. It sucks. But it's not going to change because money makes the world go round. Money makes endless possibilities for these rich people. I mean, prime example, look at the prince or whatever from fucking some Middle Eastern country. His yacht is the biggest yacht in the world, and it's like it's like 500 or something feet. It's like, it's huge. It's long. It's like 500 or 1,000 feet long. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know much about boats, even though I worked on one for an entire summer, getting paid nothing, going out for days at a time, cooking for cranky fishermen. It was a good job, though. It was a good experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was good. Alright, now that my bowl is back, I can take these fuckers off because I'm tired of wearing them. Yeah, I mean, and on top of the fact that you have to have a job to survive in this day and age, you also usually need a car. I mean, it's not an absolute necessity, but some people commute to work, like a long ways away. Being of the queer community, that has to do with my survival, and it has to do with anybody who's out and queer, in their survival. It's unfortunate, but we get discriminated against in every day, believe it or not, and I'm not dramatizing shit, but every single day for someone like me is a risk just going outside, because I risk somebody realizing that I'm a female physically, even though I identify as male, and having a huge, like, serious enough problem with it where they get violent, or come back with their friends and get violent. That's, it's a risk every day going outside, but I'm not a hermit, and I am proud of who I am. And in my eyes, God makes no mistakes. And when he decided to make Dylan a transgender male, he did it for a reason. He did it because he thought that I can touch people in the way that I inspire them, and I can help people and speak on the behalf of transgender people everywhere. I mean, I've gone to conferences. I've been at the State House and watched, spoke on behalf of transgender people and queer people everywhere. I've gone up to New Hampshire and taught people about what it's like to be transgender and the everyday risk. And, I'm a lead outreach educator. For those who don't know, I lead a team of outreach educators that work at the support group I work at and will volunteer at. And that's our job. That's our position. We don't get paid, but that's our job, our obligation. We go out and we teach ignorant, because they're uneducated, whether they don't have to necessarily be intolerant or bigots, but they're ignorant and uneducated to certain things, and we go out and teach them safe sex practices, the history of queer people. Like, we go to businesses, like companies, and we will teach their employees we will teach them how to interact with queers. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry, Miss Bird. But it is a part of, everyday living. You have to. All right. So on top of the job and on top of the car, even me, a person like me, all right, just a single person, no kids or whatever. They now have to feed themselves on a daily basis. If they are on medication, psychiatric or medical, they have to have money to pay for the prescriptions, or if their insurance covers it, fabulous. But money, that is a main thing. Day-to-day life, you have to have some sort of income. Like I said, thankfully I have SSI, because I cannot find a job anywhere. And I've been job hunting for 2.5 years. About that. Now, I forgot to pull my blind up. The next thing I want to talk about is day-to-day living without money, like things other than money that you have to deal with, the need for money that you have to deal with, bullying, because don't be fooled, friends and viewers. Bullying happens until you die. It doesn't end at high school. It doesn't end at college. It doesn't end at your first job where you suck. No, it happens all the time. You bump into somebody on the train and they turn around and say, "Watch where you're going, fat ass." I just quoted Mean Girls, but it's a thing that is a hate and intolerance and bullying. It's all part of the human race, unfortunately. Now, why I brought that up is because, whether you're on psych meds or have mental health issues, things like that built up over time, they might start to bother you. And that's a part of day-to-day living. A part of day-to-day living is dealing with the negative emotions you deal with, whether you got into a car accident and now you're mad and upset and so worried about how you're going to pay to get your car fixed, or you ran into somebody that you really don't like, or you have a history with, and it brought up anxiety and stress and upset and sadness and misery. I don't know if I said that one, but then you have to deal with those. Like, there's so many things in life that bring up negative emotions, and living day to day, a person has to deal with that. So, part of my day-to-day living, I get 20 on top of my rent being paid. Ooh. Excuse me. Whoa. On top of my rent being paid. So, all right. So my SSI, my rent gets paid, and then my phone bill gets paid. Money gets put on my Charlie card off of my SSI. So that's that for the month. Now, every week I get $20 of allowance or spending money, and a part of day-to-day living is using that $20 to get pot to last me until that following Wednesday. Now, I will be straight up with you motherfuckers. It usually never lasts that long, but it's not a necessity, and it's not an addiction, and it's not something I could not cut out. It is. It's just that, as you guys see, everything else is handled. On top of my SSI, my mom buys like toilet when she's not in a bitchy mood. She buys me toilet paper. She buys me stuff like that. Household needs, cleaners, wipes, a broom, trash bags, whatever. That's handled. And then I also get food stamps that aren't working right now, but my mom handles my food right now. But I get food stamps. So everything else is handled. So to me, that $20 is saying, well, this could be used for pot. And when I made that to happen with my SSI, because I worked out my budget, I told my DMH worker straight up, like, I want at least $20 a week. And she looked at me and she was like, is it for pot? Sorry, email. And she was like, is it for pot? And I was like, yeah, it is. And she was like, actually, matter of fact, this is how it went down. I asked for at least $10 a week to get pot. I didn't say that. She goes, is it to get pot? And I was like, yeah. She goes, well, why not $20? That gets you more, doesn't it? And I was like, yeah, it does, and that's fine. So it pretty much is. It's for pot, and that's part of my day-to-day survival-ish. Like, I like smoking pot. I thoroughly enjoy it with a passion, and I have to figure out for the week how I'm going to make that shit last, What else is day-to-day? I mean, getting enough sleep. As I said before, feeding yourself, nourishing yourself. Also, being able to have that extracurricular activity once a week or once a month that, you look forward to and you enjoy, and it's fun, and it's not work, and it's not school, and it's not for anything like that. Going out to the bar if you're 21. If you're only 18, going out to an 18 plus club. If you're younger than 18, going out to your friend's house and smoking a couple L's on a Saturday night. It's nice. It's nice to have that once in a while. But on such notes, I'm going to take a couple puffs for you guys. Again, the shout out for this video topic goes to Chanel Bizard. Fellow ratchet. Yeah, you ratchet, Chanel. Don't lie to yourself. Nah, she's not that ratchet. She's like only borderline ratchet because she hangs out with ratchets. I'm high already. What was that? 2-3 hits? Fuck. That's a problem, but a good problem. Alright. As I said, shout out to Chanel Bizard. This is Dylan Mulatto. Subscribe. You know the drill.